Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It's your favorite YouTuber commentary in the UberTuber community. Maybe, possibly, sort of. Probably not. The Apptrepreneur, here with some spoiled turkey for you if you are a Lyft driver. Now, what am I talking about? Well, Lyft has made some very unfortunate changes to your pay if you are a driver. Now, let's actually make something clear. When we say these changes, I actually don't know if this is in reference to just people who do leased cars through Lyft or whether it's everyone in general. I have seriously tried to hunt it down. I'm not getting any clear indication. So I'm going to talk about it now, but I'm under the impression this is going to be for everyone. But who knows? It could be, it could just be a select group of people. And what am I talking about? Well, this is what I'm talking about. This is an email that was sent to a Lyft driver announcing rate cuts. That is right. Rate cuts are coming. I thought we were over this. And unfortunately, there's also going to be a fee hike if you are renting through Lyft. However, they did do something that a lot of people have been asking for. And I think most of us will agree it needed to happen. I'm just wondering if this is how it needed to happen. So, as you can see, there is an email that they sent this person who sent me this email. It says, your weekly rental fee will increase by $10 per week. Now, what is the weekly rental fee? Well, people can rent cars through Lyft who drive for Lyft. And they're usually like Priuses and stuff. So they get very good gas mileage and will usually offset the gas that you're saving will offset the cost of the rental. But that's going up by $10 from $209 to $219. So that's like strike number one. Then you see, note, the change will go into effect at your next in-person vehicle renewal after November 30th. So, I don't know how the in-person renewal thing works. I've never done this program, but that might give you a little bit of time before this hike takes effect. Here's the other thing. Your per mile rate will decrease by 8 cents per mile. So the current per mile rate is 68 cents per mile. This is in Florida, by the way. And it's going to go to 60 cents per mile. I mean, now I know a lot of people say, well, that doesn't sound like much. It's like, no, trust me, it adds up very, very, very fast. Because once you get to like 11 or 12 miles, you're already down $1. And it's not hard to get to 11 and 12 miles. And with the hundreds of miles some of these people do, they start losing hundreds of dollars by this 8 cents going down. So that is a big niggerino, as Ned Flanders would say. So what is the positive here? Is there even a positive? Well, yes. Here's the big thing. And it's so overdue that, honestly, this price decrease, it's almost easy to overlook it because this was so needed. But well, here we go. Your insurance deductible will be decreased by $1,500. Yeah, I bet a lot of you people right now are saying, like, it's about time. So it's going from $2,500 to $1,000. I like what they say. We hope you never have to use this one, but if you ever do, the out-of-pocket amount you'll owe in the case of an accident is now much more affordable. This change will go into effect November 30th, so please no one in Florida get into an accident before November 30th. Now, for some of you might be asking, well, what's the deductible? And why is it going down a good thing? Here's what the deductible is. You are insured as a Lyft driver. That if you get into an accident, they will cover the expenses. But they have a deductible. And that's fairly standard. The deductible is an out-of-pocket expense you pay, but they pay the majority of it. So, for example, we'll just throw a random number out there. Let's say you're driving Uber. You get into an accident and whether it's your fault or not, who knows? I'm going to assume it's not your fault at this point, but your car has $6,000 worth of damage. Their car has $3,000, and there's some medical bills. Uber will pay all of that minus a $500 deductible that you got to pay. Now some people might be arguing, well, maybe I shouldn't have to pay it at all. You know what? Deductibles are pretty standard for most of these jobs, to be perfectly frank. So I think the company should pay it all myself, but this is how it works. Now, from what I understand, most Uber deductibles are between $500 to $1,000. Can definitely be felt, but it's not impossible to pay for them if you save properly. Lyft's deductible was $2,500. $2,500. You had to have almost $3,000 lying around. And in case you got in an accident with them, you would have to pay that. Then they'd pay the rest. But most people don't have that $3,000 lying around. I know this. People have... In fact, ironically, before the story even hit, people actually started discussing, like, now, if only they got rid of, like, reduce the deductible. I mean, seriously. So, this is a very, very good thing. This is a very good thing. It's still not $500 low. I wish it was, like, more like $500, and of course, I wish it wasn't there at all. But it is there, and this is much, much more manageable. And again, we hope you'll never have to use this one. But here's where the problem comes in. Even though that is definitely a win for the drivers, they are still lowering the payment and raising the fee, in a sense, if you rent from Lyft. Now, I'm going to assume these changes stay, even if you're not renting a car through Lyft. And in that case, the $10 increase for the rental, that's obviously not going to affect you. But you are going to be making less money, and that is very, very frustrating. Maybe that's one of the reasons they did it, because it's like they're acknowledging in a roundabout way, they're going to be paying you less money. And of course, the funny thing about this is they're not even saying whether or not the customer rates will go down. I bet you they're not. I bet you they're doing just to pocket a little bit of extra money. So, and the thing is, I think the Uber deductible is still lower, so this ultimately is not good enough, as they say. Now, it does vary from where you live. The guy sent me some other, emails. And as you can see, the price increase is the same, but the per mile rate will decrease 5 to 18 cents per mile, but they'll help you earn more than 20% in tips. Now, this might be the other reason they're doing it. I did report recently that they will be having automatic tips in the app and automatic 5 stars. So that might actually balance out and get you guys more money. Trust me, I still think driving Lyft is ultimately more profitable, although Uber is busier, so you will be more, busy. And so it seems like the $1,000 deductible is definitely, well, not here. In this instance, wherever this is, the insurance deductible, oh, no, it is. So, yeah, $1,000. That's beautiful. That's just absolutely beautiful. So, and access to the express programs. So, that's kind of the key takeaway here. I mean, well, there's 2 key takeaways, obviously. You're going to make a little less money. But if you're in an accident, and I really hope you're not, I want to stress that, I hope none of you are in an accident, it will cost you less out of pocket. I'm thinking about this more and more. Now my eyes are itchy for some reason. And what's kind of a shame is that had they done this would have been a completely positive video. And maybe had they announced like 1 week later they were going to decrease the rates, then they could have had another video complaining about that. What's especially frustrating about the rates going down now is that this is Christmas. We're just about to get towards the holidays. And they're going to be Scrooge or the Grinch, and they're going to start taking drivers' pay. I mean, I don't understand. If you're going to do it, at least wait until after New Year's, and then you could plausibly say, well, there's less riders on the road, so we're decreasing the rates to attract. I mean, we don't like it, but it makes sense. So that's disappointing. But what do you folks think? Is this change enough to offset the fact that you're making less money? And are you personally going to be affected because you do the Lyft rental program? I would love to know. So comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one. And, oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving too.